Okay, shall we? How's it going, everyone? All right, let's get OBS any minute now. There it is. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to How Not, our Kerbal Space Program, How Not to LCnP. Left off early last time. We were right in the middle of our Venus window. We did one launch. We're waiting for the rollout of our second one. It takes about 16 more hours, so we're going to go ahead and just jump right into it, I suppose, work to complete. I'm looking at the... Am I? Yep, I am looking at the wrong one. We are ready to launch, so yeah, let's go ahead and go. Oh man, sorry y'all. I had a day where I did everything, and it was way too much, and now I'm really tired. But I'm also old, and that's what old people do. They get tired. Hope you all had a fantastic week. While we sift through this here loading screen. All right. So our first mission, the actual orbiter mission, is well on its way. This is kind of like our backup flight, in that it is just a flyby. I'm pretty sure I showed this launcher last time, very briefly. It's just kind of an updated version of our BPZE with two casters sitting on the side. Scent guidance, let's come out here. We're going to set the moon as target. Let's sort out our many windows. We don't need landing info, so let's just go ahead and put that away for a little while. All right, and launch into plane of target and engage. Probably should have checked our staging. 6-hour wait, so yeah, clamps, side boosters, drop solid early, lead time 0.1 seconds. Maybe we'll up that to half a second, just to, I don't know, give us, man, I hope that's not going to come back to bite me in the tushy. That would be fun, wouldn't it? All right, final countdown, 7 seconds, and then we can go. Hopefully. Ignition, good light on the 108, clamps off, and boosters. Yeah, buddy. Oh man, the sound got updated. Don't remember either that or there's a bug. I do not remember hearing that crackle before. Whoa! Okay, that went well. Half a second is a little too early, apparently. We'll worry about that next time. Oh man, I did not. Yeah, I did hit launch into plane of target. That's why we waited. We're going to a 200-kilometer orbit. That's pretty standard for this. We should not have a problem there. I just realized that, man, I've done none of my checks. I haven't played KSP very much this week. Did some work on our next gen updates for our big boy. A few touch-ups on this one, but none of which that we'll see for a little while because we're waiting on a lot of tech to unlock. We're also waiting on a lot of tech to unlock so we can start our Gemini program. I feel like we haven't flown anybody to orbit in a very long time. It's I don't know, it's been probably about a year in the game. Give or take, maybe? Who knows? So there's that. I am going to gain the game audio up a little bit in hopes that, there, we can actually hear rocket noises now. Alright, the fun part coming up in about a minute where we've got stage sep, and then hopefully we won't be doing too many kick flips. Oh, no, yeah, that's right, we switched to the 405H. I forgot about that. And we no longer have sausage, unfortunately, although I do have a version of this with the 405 in the works with sausage tanks. This was just kind of a clamor, a rush to get something ready for this window so that we can make sure we, I don't know, don't have to wait another 2 years to fulfill our Venus flyby and our Venus orbit contracts. Alright, 16 seconds to stage, or to MECO, and second stage ignition, hopefully. We don't have a whole lot of reliability on that 405 yet, but we've flown them a few times without error, and sometimes they've been the unexpected hero we needed. So we'll, oh, insufficient avionics. Unlocking controls. Okay, thank goodness. Yeah. Whew. Solid light on the 405, and once the ullage ring got separated, avionics kicked back on. That probably should have been something I should have caught a little earlier, but yeah, here we are. Okay, well, that got off without a hitch. Still very cold in my office, so I'm drinking very warm coffee. Wow, fairings. Okay. Those were aggressive. Alright. Yeah, this mission, as intended, will be just a flyby. No, I don't know, no real propulsion on the on the payload to speak of. It's super basic, just kind of like the lowest tech thing we could throw up here, just to make sure. No good comms deployed, but solar panels did not because I unchecked auto deploy solar panels. I keep worrying that they're going to update it to where these folding solar panels will break if you kick them around with more than like 2 Gs of acceleration, but I should have unchecked the comms thing too until we're done with our transfer burn. That one's on me. Alright, yeah, looks like we're going to come up onto orbit with about 400 meters per second of margin in about a minute's time. So far, looking pretty good. Our little 65-tonner has grown to 75 tons with those casters, but it's really like just the absolute most we could squeeze onto the launch pad without having to spend serious money to update it, I should say. All right, 25 seconds to orbital insertion, hopefully. Never want to jinx it in case that 405 decides it just doesn't want to play nice today, but looks like we're going to round this out pretty well. Fingers crossed. Whoa! Oh, that was a camera change. Sorry, I was looking over at my other screen, and seeing it peripherally freaked me out there for just a second. All right, ascent guidance, you can go away. Thank you. Let's go ahead and make sure throttle is 0. RCS is armed. Stage it out, and we have no comms, so I cannot pull us away even gracefully. Excellent. Let's go set our new target of Venus. Boom. There we go. ASAP. Create node. Departure burn in 15 minutes. Sweet. Execute next node, please. I'd really like it if you get a little further away from that stage, but, you do you, boo-boo. Oof. Mr. Mark, huzzah! Good to see you. Welcome. Are you even pulling away at all? Yeah, inching out of there. Slowly, I guess. Making the turn and just taking the 405 stage with you? Sure, why not? You do your thing, buddy. As long as you make it to Venus, I'm okay with this. Burn's going to be 3.5. We got 3.6 in the tank, so I don't know. If we happen to see that bug where the Delta V isn't actually the Delta V because I've got a bunch of truss pieces on here that apparently are the responsible for screwing it all up, then, well, uh-oh, it overshot. Yeah, that 405 tank, you put a little momentum on it, it's going to fight you on this. I'm going to lock one of these RCS tanks before we bleed it dry. I'm also going to bump time warp and see if we can't just clip through this thing and get clear. There we go. Now bring it back into the daylight. Because yeah, we don't have a lot. We don't have a lot of wiggle room on our RCS here. I'd like to. Oh boy, please don't knock your engine bell into that big heavy thing. Please. Let's open these up. Make sure we got enough propellant to not ding stuff. Oh gosh, I wonder if that's going to throw off our weight balance and cause a spin once we actually light the motor. It has happened before. 8 minutes until node. We are still uncomfortably close to our orbital insertion stage. You know, everything's going about as well as it usually does. No RCS. Who are you and what'd you do with crash? Oh, I've got some. Just, you know, we can always turn on the RCS on the probe, although its thrusters are rather minuscule. This was still the air quotes optimized version from a much less capable version, I guess. Like, oh, it just needs just enough RCS to ullage and nothing more. Ooh, goodbye. And we are off and going, thank goodness. How's it going, SimEv? Good to see you. Now we just see how well this burn works out for us, and whatever RCS propellant is left in those tanks we'll try to use to dial in a little bit of our approach, although undoubtedly we're going to need a mid-course, because we always need a mid-course. Interplanetary is the most precise bit of science and engineering I've ever seen. So there's that. Alright. Just a few more seconds. Yeah, this thing gets us a lot of harumph in a very little amount of time. Oop, 4 meters per second off. Alright, abort execution, kill rotation. Let's see what we bought. Are we going to Venus? Perhaps? Focus view. Nope. I'm wondering if I should just replot the node, or... It doesn't look like we overshot it by... I mean, we overshot it by 4 meters per second, apparently. Do we have comms yet? We do not. So best bet is... No, I can't. Well, yeah, I can't plot a node because we don't have comms. We probably won't until we get much further out, so how much good is any of this going to do me? I don't know, should we try to angle for the node? Yeah, we're 1 minute past. Let's swap it to retro. And we can peg the throttle. That will use RCS propellant. And of course we can stage off. We got very little over there. Maybe we got a little bit more in this one. Nope, nope. Yeah, 1.1. Are you the fuller one? 700? No. So there's that. We're doing pretty well. Everything, it's going well, Captain. No, mostly retrograde is not going to be our transfer orientation, so our solar panels are facing down. So we're going to have to about face it all. But we'll get as much out of these as we can. Let's make sure this avionics are turned on. They are. Fantastic. And we did bring a few tiny bits of science. So it will not all be for naught. Alright, let's just go ahead and open it up now, and we'll take a look at this and see what we're going to get. If and maybe we actually get this encounter. Where's the... switch this to node. Yeah, I really wonder if this is helping or hurting our cause. Wish I had indicators, but I don't. Did we run out? Sure does look that way. Alright, we'll switch this to kill rotation and give it a stage. Ka-tunk. this has oogles and boogles of propellant, because, I don't know. Remove all nodes. Let's get out to comms range and we'll see what we can replot. And yep, there's our closest approach. Or can I do it with... I don't necessarily trust MechJeb to handle any of this, so let's just time warp until our cone angle on our dish... You know what we absolutely should do while we're doing this is recharge our stuff. Sun up. Execute. Make sure we're getting light on the panels. Excellent. You sorted yet, mate? Okay, that looks stable. Let's... No. Yes. And we are charging. Alright, now we just wait until we have comms. And maybe we should just do all of this on a mid-course, because it's going to be a minute before we pick up a ground station, and the very narrow-ass angle on this thing. Also, we're just staring at open ocean, so there's that. Yeah, we know. Flyby probe batteries are almost empty, and now they're done. There we go. Ding. Comms. Sweet. Back to map view. Let's drop ourselves a node and see what it's going to take just to get a very basic encounter, and then we'll sort the rest out on a mid-course, probably. Do we go this way? Nope. Do we go this way? Yep. 6.3 meters per second gets us into the realm of possibility. Focus view. Let's see how much dialing in we can do on that. Give me back my node, please. Oh, hey, that gets us, it's not that bad for 8 meters per second in 10 minutes. Let's go ahead and execute next node, please. I really should have just told it to point at the node. It's probably going to take us 10 minutes to... It's probably going to take us 10 minutes to affect a 8.4 meter per second change in our speed, so we got that going for us. Toby, hello, how's it going? Welcome, good to see you. All right. Almost there, almost there. And let's see how long this takes us with our super anemic tiny boy thrusters. Oop. Nah. Only pretty long. Oh, Wookie, how's it going? Good to see you. Welcome. And of course, we're exactly side on with literally everything. That's a bonus for us. How goes it, Wook? We are affecting our... It's our backup Venus mission. This one is flyby only. Back to the apartment. Living the life. Inflatable mattress. Good to hear it. I mean, trying to line up the plumbing work for the house. Oh, man. Yeah, it's a good time of year to get plumbing work done. Well, I guess it's probably not as cold there as it is here. But oof. Yeah, that sounds fun. I'll say I remember doing the inflatable mattress thing. It was even an inflatable twin mattress because the double was just like twice as expensive. I mean, it is twice as much bed, so like understandable, but it was a thing. It was a choice that I'd made. I also lived in a storage closet for a little while there because rent was cheaper. Twin, only rated for 250. Meh, it'll be fine. I don't know, don't do jumping jacks or squats or anything on it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Like, you gotta figure there's a plus 50% margin there. They don't rate it just for the limit. They say if it'll definitely pop at X weight, they go down 50% of that and say this is the capacity. So you got some wiggle room. I would say, honestly, I think Judy's nails are probably more of a threat than anything else. Oh, yeah, and look, we haven't even made a dent in our fuel. We can do all the corrections, just very slowly. Alright, we'll let this wiggle itself on in. A pad thingy on top, keep it nail-proof. Alright, there you go. See? You're fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. And shut down. I'll take it. Boop. Alright, let's go out and let's plot our mid-course. Predictably at the middle of the course. I guess that'd be about here-ish, 100 days from now. Zoom it back in. Let's get this flyby in as close as we can. See if we can collect excellent data from dang nigh everything. Or impact data. Sure, why not? What's that periapsis? 46. That's a bit excessive. 771. That's not excessive enough. I'd like to get, I mean, if we could skim the top of the atmosphere, that would be awesome. Just dip into that 140 to 145 range. We can dial that in. 100 days, 15 hours. So for the time being, sun up, execute. Yeah, let's nail that one out. Let's set our alarm. Add new alarm. Maneuver node. Give me 10 minutes leeway. Add alarm. There we go. Yay! And as soon as this is angled into where we need it to be, then we can leave it be for a while. Let me put Kerbal alarm clock away. And I did go in and set the alarm for our lunar mapper mission. And that's like 40 days from now. But we are also about to finish on researching second-gen capsules. So I think we almost have all the research we need to start building our Gemini missions on the F2 launcher. Let's make sure this is good and stabilized. It does appear so. Batteries charging. Yeah, none of that science is going to science for a very long time. So quick saving. Quick saving. All done. And back to the Space Center. Oh, yeah. All right, so Venus Orbiter has 101 days. Venus Flyby has 100 days. Lunar Mapper has 40 days. I think I have our Mars window in here, but I don't want to click anything during the loading screen, so we'll check on that in just a second. Almost done. Come on. There you go. Yeah, Earth Mars. Ooh, 395 days, so I don't know. If we get done with a lot of other stuff, maybe that's what I can work on. All right, reconditioning. That takes 2 days. Yep, close alarm. We can actually go ahead and get rid of this Venus alarm. We don't need it anymore. Did you hear about the Jackson Lander's Girl AF landing mode? Yeah, how it landing mode where it stops, tilts over, takes a reading, tilts back, and continues its descent, and then not predictably, but ended up landing on its side, and the wrong side. At least the solar panels aren't in the dirt; they're just facing to the west instead of to the east, where they wanted them to be. So a couple weeks, maybe it'll come back online. Belly flop. Fun times. Landing on the side is by design. Yes, landing on a side. Landing on the wrong side. Not so great. All right, reconditioning 350 LT. Did we finish? Nope, second gen capsule is done in 1 day. Okay, that's what we're trying to get ready for. so that we can go unlock, hey, telemetry analysis and video imaging to sun space high. Hey, cool. We're getting sun space high science. That's awesome. I was kind of impressed with the outside the box thinking. It is. I mean, like, when you got to make decisions like that, it is impressive the things that people will come up with. Definitely. All right. And how much money do we have? Not nearly enough. We need to get these too, because I'm that kind of sucker. And the Gemini cabin, which 375,000. You fuckers. All right, fine. Well, what will these are the same part, right? Yeah, they both cost about the same. We'll go ahead and get these for now, because apparently we can do that at least. Yay. Man, just stop being poor. I'm willing to let such thinking make it into the final design. I'm trying very hard to stop being poor, but I can't stop spending the money. That's my problem. All right, well, looks like all that's going to have to wait for a good long-ass while. We can go buy some tooling if we want to spend money. Improved comms will be done 1228. Yeah, that's not that far from now. Honestly, we should probably go stack some things in the research queue. We're gonna run out of stuff in less than a year. Yeah, man, we're making almost $2,000 a month. Oh, you know what that means, though. We should really be doing this. That gives us another slot eventually. It'll complete in, I don't know, June, so almost a year. But no, we should be saving that money so we can unlock the Gemini capsule. Should stop spending the money because I actually need to save the money. And man, 101A is going to be done soon, and we're not going to have anything to build on it, which I was hoping. You can tell my wishful ass thinking here. Now we're going to pay maintenance on a thing that we're not going to be using for quite a while. Good for us. Yeah. All right, and that is 1202. We got 30 days. I think we'll just do this a little manually so that we can keep track of our node for our lunar mapper mission that was almost failed, but I don't know. Hopefully we can still pull victory from the jaws of defeat here while we bank money and science. That's awesome. Getting all that sun space high stuff knocked out early. Fine. All right, hold on. DeWalt DCPF, DeWalt cordless payload fairing. Wait, what? Rubber overmolded handle, 20 volt max. Oh, don't make me laugh. It makes me cough. Yeah, I'm good at that. Nice. Tell me that's a real part number. Dang, we went up like 200 science while we were just sitting here waiting for this maneuver node to come along. I wonder if there's something I'm forgetting to do, like start or end a program. What contracts are we running currently? Am I forgetting something? Venus flyby, Venus orbit, crew count, crew count, crew count. No, we're not. We're not running a lunar mapping contract. Nah, man, but like DCD is their prefix for DeWalt cordless drill. Ah. Alright, lunar exploration. This is good. We're at the cap of the funding. We could close this out. That frees up 2 slots. This is what we're working on. Funding is about to start really ramping up next year. Early interplanet probes. Yeah, funding really ramps up. So, slots 2. We can do small bodies flyby. Ooh. We don't have enough doohickeys on the thing to take it at a value that works really well. Funding is consistent. Mercury, Ceres, and Vesta. Ceres and Vesta harder to get to. Mercury, I think we can actually pull off. I actually built a Mercury flyby thing. So we could probably knock that out in a year or 2, depending on when the window is. But man, I'd really like to not take it for 15 years, but I don't know. Well, I guess with our big launcher, if we just need to do flybys, we probably have the capability on our 350 tonner, the S54, to pull off a series Investa flyby pretty quick. We just need 4,000 confidence to get it in fast mode so that the funding will be worth it. I guess 480, that's nothing to shake your fist at, really. And that's going to cost 2,000 confidence. And everything else we don't have the slots for, other than geostationary comms, which, oh god, I really don't want to do. So boring. And nav comms. What sort of upper stage diameters are you working with these days on the bigger launcher? By upper stage, do you mean like the payload stage that we deliver to orbit? I think is 2 meters, but I think we got the room to go out to 2.5 or 2.3. Stage that the fairing mounts to is 3.5 meter. Crude lunar exploration. 18 years will grant so much dang funding. Man, the confidence on that is going to be brutal as hell. Should I call this one in, or should I see about contracts? Lunar Orbiter and Mapper. It's uncrewed. Collect 80% total video imaging 2 from around the moon, 90% of 8 lunar biomes. I think that's what we're flying out there to do right now, isn't it? Was I just doing that to get the science, or did I take a contract and it expired? 675 would be nice. Lunar landing gets us 900. I guess we could knock out another one of those for... I mean, what do we need? 25? So we need about 1,000 science. We could take that. Let's take this one just because I think we can get a freebie out of it. Launch a new vessel. Dang it. If we knock all these out and we launch something, it will give us that check. So I think we'll just go ahead and accept that contract there. Yeah. Far side lunar landing only gives us 675, but lunar landing gives us 900. Achieve a soft landing on the moon and transmit science. So I mean, like, yeah, why not, right? Let's go ahead and do that, and we'll get it built. Also, why is it always when you're pulling out in front of a truck, it's doing a trailer, your 1-2 shift is a grind? Every single time. Like, come on, synchros! Yep. It's like it knows. It's like, oh, that truck looks awesome. I want to take a closer look. A much closer look. Alright, let's get the lunar landing thingy built. Do not let me do a bunch of updates to it. I don't want to spend a bunch of money on tooling. We're going to fly what we got. We're just going to trade out the science payload. Okay. There's Lima. We don't need you. A pen. Alright, I think it was Lunar Lander 5 and the Lunar Lander 1? Really? No. Lunar Lander 4, where's 5? Mother trucker. Or was it down in the S's? I don't think it was in the S's because it didn't use the 405s. Tu-28V, Lunar Lander 2. Man, I need to get rid of the stuff that I'm not using because this is very confusing. S54, Lunar Lander 5.2. That sounds like maybe it should be it. Yeah, we'll hit load on that and we'll see what we're dealing with here. Truck's gonna look real awesome, rating me your left rear corner, buddy. Like, it has to be the one that can't slow down fast enough, right? That's the only time it ever happens. Open. Yeah, this looks like the The vessel of correctitude. Communication. All right. Tech is updated there. Solar panels are updated there. Solar panels are updated there. Arc Builder, thank you so much for the follow. Hello and welcome. Arky Builder. I'm sorry if I pronounced that super wrong. I'm literacy, not my strongest suit. Late model F350 calling a 2 to 3 axle trailer. Oh yeah, wow, the one that really can't slow down. Oh man, I could go up to. Nope, not gonna update anything. Not gonna update anything. We just want this to just get there. Barometer, thermometer. Space high, space low. No, we need stuff that can do landed. Home body, space high, space low. Landed biomes? Yeah, we'll just take magnetometer 1. Why not? Sandbox or career? This is career. This is realism overhaul, RSS, and realistic progression 1. So it's with launch complexes and programs. I guess the newest iteration of such. So yes, career mode all the way. Alright, space high, space low, that's mag 1, we've got that. Mass spec 1, landed biomes, we'll take it, why not? Oh, we already have mass spec 1, we already landed that one. Mass spec 2, alright, landed biomes, we'll try that. Micrometeorite, early TV, no, let's take, is it early or basic that's the better one? I get these all confused. Basic is the best, is the one that we want to take. Sweet. PC can't support the RSS mod. Well, I mean, it probably can. It's gotten so much better recently. I mean, I have an older i7700K who doesn't like to be overclocked anymore. And an old 1060, and I do okay. But part of liking RSS is to just lean into the lag. You just have to accept that it's going to be there. And sometimes it's worth it, especially with MechGem, when you can automate a lot of things. Like, you don't have to fly stuff by hand. A lot of the laggy bits don't matter near as much. Cosplaying as the Russian from Rocky IV. Oh. Ouch, Wookie. He's not wrong. Space high, space low, space high, space low, orbital perturbation, we know that one, infrared spec, and then none. So we've been all the way around the block, and I think these are the last 2 we can land. How much of that Delta V did we burn off here? It is definitely a monumental change, Wookie, going from 1.3 to 1.6, 8, 10, and into 12. It just, the performance gets a little better and a little better each time. We'll turn all the science off because I don't know if we can actually support it. 2504 still on the way down. That should be good enough. Our transfer stage, I mean, that's at least, I don't know. I can't math. What's 6 plus 8? 14. So yeah, we're looking at 3.4 on the transfer, and then, oh gosh, this is such an older variant of this launcher. Should we switch it to the 405s? Oh man, did I? Alright, fudge. Let's pull out sub-assemblies. What we got here? 105X for the 405H times 2 LEO1. Yeah. That's probably the one I'm looking for here. Try it back on 131. I brought your laptop to if he dies, he dies. Alright, fine. We will update the vessel. Did we leave the decoupler? I believe we do, but let's keep that for now. Oh yeah, this is Hasselhoff. Yeah, we don't need that. Let's put you off to the side. Let's grab you and ka-dunk. Small adjustments to our framework here. Gosh, did that mess up our staging? Yep. What in the F? Oy vey. Alright, let's go through this. That's main engine, booster sep, I assume. Let's not just assume. Yeah, booster sep, staging, engine ignition, and ullage ring sep, EFT sep, that, y'all. So you have to go up one. And then that should be our kick motor set 1, kick motor set 2, kick EFT separation. You want to come online with that engine. Where is this decoupler? Is that you? That's you. You come down here with that. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. We're in business as soon as we make this look not goofy as hell. What is your diameter, friend? Outer of 1.42. Way to use dumbass diameters, Cosmo. Outer 1.4. We'll just go 1.5 and put the inner at 1.45-ish, so we're not clipping and stuff. Something sad happened. Jebediah died in an old game. I had to delete it because Jebediah is literally the protagonist. I can't blame you for that. I really can't. I can also say Jeb dies a lot. 4.25 should get that right where we want it to look. No, still looks stupid. I'm doing my maths wrong. It's 4.75. Now it looks not stupid. Alright, let's drag this whimsically close. Always leave a gap for the Kraken. Let's bring the depth of down as much as we can. We'll see if that causes a problem. Rage quit a stock 1-3 save, do a fatal mission once. I'd say, yeah, I think everyone has been there. If you haven't rage quit KSP because you killed off a Kerbal in an embarrassing, silly, stupid, or unfair way, or if the game has just decided that, it's his time to die, then I don't know, I guess you haven't been playing long enough. Alright, let's bump that up a smidgen there. Let's fold y'all back in. Retract, thank you. Clamp nose back on. We'll leave the fairings black and we'll put them up here after booster sep is when they go. Cool. You have a stock name generation non-orange suit Kerbal that was your favorite. William Kellner, being sort of a program poster child. Man, I can't say I had a favorite non-original, non-orange suit. I don't know, I tend to restart. I guess back in my playing stock days, the early days. Alright, saved. We got any tooling we need to do here? Yep. Tool all, purchase toolings. It's a nothing burger because it's just stringers. Like Enming from Interstellar Quest, F in chat. If you know, you know. Oh man, that's an old series. Alright, let's get this building. Should we build 2? Just in case we want to take the contract. Not pass editor. What? Oh, we're on the wrong launch pad. Here we go. Add it to the integration. We're only spending 12 grand a piece. Let's go ahead and build a backup, and if we take the contract twice, we take the contract twice. There we go. Leaving. Let's bounce back to integration. Okay. I should have edited this guy to be one of them because he's already built. That would save us a whole lot of time. So let's do that. Because we don't need Venus Orbiter Mark 1. That mission has flown, and we are past the window. Had I been thinking clearly. Alright, so we just go to open, we bring up our previous thing that we just did, which was all the Phaeton's asses. S54 Luna Lander 5.2. Load. Contains experimental parts. Like, fuck. Original 100. Edited 99.9. Remaining time 10 minutes. It will take them 10 minutes to, I guess, build a new payload and strap it to an already built rocket. Save edits. Fuck yeah. Why didn't we do that right off the bat? I guess we're going to the moon today, y'all. Again. So even if modern LCnP, there's no real concept of a launch vehicle as a defined object, is there? I guess I don't quite understand the question. Work to complete. Ding. Roll it out. Wasted a lot of money getting these two started. I guess I could scrap one of them. Get that 12 grand back. Alright, so where are we with our alarms? 6 days. It'll take 4 days to roll this out. So I guess we'll wait to do the launch until after we get our lunar mapper on the charts here. But we'll go ahead and warp to complete. We'll probably do this last day here. Hey, infrared radiometer, another 6 credits. We're really going to have to start spending science soon, or hiring... Oh, if we hire researchers, we get a larger... Whatchamahoots, bonus thingy. Right? Where does it tell me where that bonus thingy is? I'm going to hire, ding, 20, 30, 40. I'm going to hire 50 more for now. Just get us to a clean 700. Close. Alright. You can't just design a payload, go into the dialogue, and say, put it on the SF-12B, and it integrates it for you. I guess not. I don't know, that would be some interesting functionality, but you'd want to make sure it, I don't know, adjusting staging and stuff like that would be, could be an issue. Unless you, I mean, are you talking about like some step to bypass the VAB? Like where you're in the VAB, you have a thing, and you just want to like a couple of keystrokes, slap it on to an existing, I don't know, I guess in this case subassembly. I guess subassemblies would be the best way to kind of imitate that. And grab a subassembly and just strap it on there. No, did we shut down the avionics? I bet you we did. Activate. Sort of be an extension of subassemblies, but with more smarts. I mean, I guess good luck with those smarts. Alright, we're going to let this get oriented. We have a nothing node in 1 day, but we are going to spend some time tuning it, because, yeah, this launch failed. We almost didn't quite get to orbit, but now, or almost, yeah, we almost didn't get to orbit. Our target was the moon. We want to map the moon. And if we do nothing, we come in here-ish. Or if we do this 0.1 meters per second, we come in here-ish at 201. We'll probably dial that in just a little bit closer, but that's our patience has been rewarded. So yay! I'm going to proceed to play a game of KSP Career Mode right on our Arc Builder. Thank you for dropping in. Thank you for the follow. Enjoy your career mode. Such that the game knew what launch vehicles were in your save and what series they belong to, what booster configs it can come with from a single pane. I mean, yeah, that would be a lot of smarts, I guess, for it to figure out, but I don't know if I really want that level of automation. All right, y'all, I need to visit Little Cosmonaut's room very desperately, so I'm going to leave you here on this screen just for a little bit. We'll time warp just a smidge to kind of get through this node, and hopefully we'll have this thing in lunar orbit somewhat soon, but I'll be back in about 30 seconds. Alright, I have returned. Welcome back, everybody. Alright, I guess, yeah, we'll just time warp on out to this and knock this one-day trip out. Where are we going on this? Where are we currently, and where will we be? Oh, we're here on the downward slope, so cool. N9, how's it going? Good to see you, buddy. Welcome. Oh, on a 33-month streak, 34 months total? Dude, thank you. I appreciate that. Always lovely to see you pop up in chat. Once again, behind on FAK. Oh, you missed Beardy's episode? What was that, last week? I don't know. Broken TV makes it hard to keep up. It would, yes. I'm right there with you. Carnassa had one today? Oh, god, dang it. Nope, I missed it too. So I am also behind. Dang it. Oh, man. Alright, yeah. I'm gonna have to get back on that. We're all sitting here wondering what N9's got up his sleeve. Okay, alright, 13, 12, 11, 10. I don't even know if this little bump, this 0.1 meter per second, is even worth trying to execute, because we're going to get our flyby, and well, we're going to get our encounter, and it's pretty good. Solar submarine or some shit. No spoilers! Got a video to work on starting now? Ooh. Starting, like, right now? Excellent. I mean, you know, if N9, if you want to give us some spoilers, that's okay. I will gladly listen. 5, 4, 3, 2. This is a nothing burger node, but I'm also scared I'm going to miss something if I don't do something. And I know I should be dialing in my encounter to get a lot lower onto the moon. So the plan is to make a solar... Hey! Who told Wookie? Wookie has friends in many places. So what I'm hearing is that you're sending something to Titan next episode. Yeah, I mean, where else or Europa? Trying to think of places in the solar system where you could use a submarine that are interesting. So everyone look forward to that. N9's next episode of For All Kerbal Kind will feature a Titan submarine that will probably be deployed by a glider. The expected arrival in 1971. Those are my predictions, and I'm sticking to them. Alright, are we out of Time Warp? We are. Honestly, the submarine is the most interesting when it's anywhere where it shouldn't be. Yes. Okay. Mars submarine. Oh man, all of my lateral controls are stupid. I should be doing this from map view so that I'm not completely screwing myself. But yeah, realistically here, the more fuel I spend, the more likely it is that we won't make it into orbit, because this craft is absolutely cursed with the Delta V bug. But we're just going to keep monitoring this and get it in nice and danger close. What are we thinking, y'all, for a good approach vector? I mean, we have to be above 20 for the contract. So maybe we'll just keep it right here, kill that node, add a maneuver here, add maneuver, and see what our delta V looks like for orbital insertion. Allegedly, we have 901 on tap. We need this to be below 500,000. That should cost us about 700. And 730. There we go. 744 meters per second. Looks like it should be easy peasy, right? Just a simple... we have 200 meters per second of margin. We do not. Vessel mass 0.595. Start mass is 0.587. This discrepancy here is why we will fail. Aluminum hulled submarine in the Sea of Mercury. No chance. None whatsoever. You said something would be easy. Oh yeah, no, I'm totally lying. It will not be easy. We will fail. because this number is not the same as this number. We have a big disagreement here on how much delta V should be available to us, because our actual mass is close to 0.6, but MacJeb for some reason thinks our start mass is close to 0.58. Discrepancy of 0.2-ish, give or take. Mercury the element, not the planet or the car company. I mean, a liquid car company. That would be great. Sea of Mercury, or a sea of Mercuries. I could see it. Yeah, an aluminum-hulled spacecraft and just an ocean of sables. All right, we got 4 days to just kind of chill and let this thing. Avionics. What? Why? Now what? What are you popping out of time warp to tell me? There we go. Lunar Mapper Maneuver Node. Close alarm. Delete and close. Thank you. Speaking of cars, your exhaust up and disconnected. Wow. Corolla should not sound the way it does right now. it disconnected where? I'm curious. I mean, is it like right after, just after the headers? So you have like no resonator, no cat, no muffler. Right after the cat. Oh, okay. So yeah, you got a nice little blah. It'll be fine. It's fine. It'll be fine. And I mean, really, just go to the junkyard, pull another one off. I mean, you can't buy the cat from a junkyard anyway. So, you know, just cut it, hold a lighter to it until the metals start to become one with one another. It'll be fine. Yeah. I don't know, man. I've heard some Toyota Corollas sound like some serious business. Welding. I mean, alternately, you could just rub the pipes together really, really, really fast until they decide to just become one pipe. Oh yeah, is your catalytic converter still there? That's a good question, Wookie has asked. Because those ain't cheap. Oh, baby. Next thing you know, you've got a little Geo Metro you never asked for. Or a little smart car because somebody didn't want to wear gloves. All right, 2 days until our attempt at an orbital insertion. I made no effort to correct the tanks on any of this. I just made the solar panels different for some reason. I don't really remember what. Lunar Mapper, yeah, we don't have the launch a new vessel thing complete, but a lot of check marks everywhere else. As soon as we launch a new vessel, hopefully that'll get that'll get tagged out. We'll make some profit on some confidence there. Where is the moon? Lost her in the shadows again. Dang it. Oh, there she is. Alright. We're still a day out, so of course it would still be tiny. I'm taking care of geometry. So no. I mean, you do what you gotta do sometimes. You know? People figure it out all the time. Okay! No! Node in 17 seconds. I was looking at the wrong thing. Orbit, retrograde. Now. Hello. I mean, we're not danger close per se, but we're here. I was looking at the wrong dot on the screen, and now, I mean, we're not going to make... Yeah, this is the interesting part. Vacuum delta V, 901 meters per second. Delta V for node, 744.2. 3, 2, 1, light it up. Moon jump scare. Not the first time this has happened to me. Moon tends to jump scare me quite a bit. Alright, engine is running. We are in go mode. Gosh, are we... I meant to make sure that we are offset 90 degrees from our previous missions. We are definitely not. I don't know. Maybe we'll... I mean, we're low space where they're not low space. So maybe we'll get low space science where they aren't getting low space science? Something like that, maybe? I don't know. It'll probably help. What's our current biome? I don't know. Oh, yeah. No. Never mind. That was... That was dumb. I have no idea where we are. 810 and 675. Yeah, we got like 6 minutes on this, so we're gonna fizz warp through it, and when it starts to be a failure, we're going to turn on the infinite fuel cheat, because this reporting thing about our start mass and our end mass and the disagreement between the two is irritating as hell. I do not like. But yeah, notice our available vacuum delta V is down to 710. Our difference between the two was 200, and it is now less than 100. Bobby Factor, how's it going? Good to see you. LCnP, lunar cratering not probable. Lunar cratering much more probable than lunar orbiting, or contract completing. We're watching this number, which is currently still bigger than this number, slowly become smaller than this number. It's the funnest of bugs. I wonder if that's why MechJeb currents stopped display entirely different delta V. It could be. Apparently, according to some of the dev notes, anything that masses under 2 kilograms, which for me would be all of these interesting little truss diddlies and bits and things and doodads that I have built onto this to make it look, I don't know, more fun for me and to give me something to do instead of homework when I should be doing my homework. Any part that masses less than 2 kilograms, there's some kind of bug where MechJeb does not calculate its actual mass correctly, and therefore will give you a disagreement here and here. And so when you're looking at your delta V in the VAB, it's going to report differently than your actual in-game mass, and so therefore your delta V will be off. Like, see here, 3.94 and climbing 3.84. These, what our actual mass is according to the game, is different than what MechJeb thinks our mass should be, and so therefore MechJeb's prediction of how much delta V we have is incorrect compared to how much delta V we actually have. And that, oh, we are now suborbital. Let's shut this down before we kill ourselves, shall we? Because I noted very badly. We're going to fly out to our apogee, way up here, add maneuver. We're going to not careen into the surface. We just have to be above 20, so we really just got to give it a teeny little nudge. Alright, and if you could angle to the node, please and thank you. And let's go ahead and just, I'll let MechJeb handle this one. Execute next node, please. I mean, I guess, succinctly speaking, for this contract, well, I guess for this vessel, we should probably try to satisfy the orbital requirements. But this will definitely help, and I don't know, I wonder if I can switch to one of the other vessels in orbit also completing this contract and have it not be terrible. This is what I should have done the first time. Add maneuver and slam on the brakes. This has to be below 500,000. Right click, please stay. Come on. Right click, please stay open. Do. Below 500,000, but only just. Yeah, now, allegedly, we don't have enough delta V anyway. Was it wise to coast to the balloon with your ship pointed at the node instead of the panels pointed at the sun? We should have enough battery to make it work. Yeah, we're doing okay. I think we can coast back another 2 hours without it really phasing us. So I'll say this has fully updated avionics compared to the 2 predecessor missions currently in orbit, here and here, which appear to be on a collision course. That's fun. Yeah, we've got, I didn't want to mess with the size, so we updated the avionics and just kind of like left it alone. So it profited by a bunch of battery. Lunar jump scare, there it is. Thank goodness. All right. Oh, yeah, I remember. The problem was thought to be the static solar panels, which is what the issue was recognized for, so we replaced the static solar panels with these folding ones that allegedly shouldn't have the same issue. Turns out they 100% do have the exact same issue. Because, yeah, our 900 meters per second of available delta V did not accomplish a 740 something, plus the other node will just say 750 meter per second of correction. And we can tell that because our mass here is still off by quite a bit. Bunches of oats. I'm so sorry. So in a little bit, I'm going to turn on infinite propellant. We're just going to let this figure itself out. I'll let it get down to less than 100 meters per second, but I mean, we had 246 in here. This is saying it was needing 300. Typically, on this mission, at least with the previous two that we've flown, the discrepancy was about 200 meters per second. In that, it said we had 900. We needed to have 700. We ended up running out of fuel about, oh no, maybe it was only 100 meters per second shy. So the total delta was about 300 meters per second. You know, a 30% failure, or a 30% discrepancy in what's being reported and what we actually have. Which, you know, a bit excessive for just margins. So that's when we started looking into the mass reporting thing. And it turns out numbers were on the screen the whole time. I just never saw them. So, all right, we'll let this node round itself out while I chug more coffee. God, I'm never going to get to sleep tonight. That's going to be so much fun. We'll fizz warp through it. Because, I don't know, I guess we have other stuff to do. Yeah, we got a lunar landing we can scrap our way through, because why not? Can't you just, yeah, why can't you just fizz warp through sleep? The problem is getting to sleep, I guess. Alright, there's that. Let's make sure I turn this off before I forget. Good and good. Advanced sundown execute. Yes, please. Get these panels pointed back into the direction of the sun, and yeah, hopefully we'll be getting... So since you're in low space or the other ones aren't in low space, oh no, yeah, we've already got this biome taken care of. Of course we do. Oh yeah, that's why our EC is just fine, is because we're someplace where we've got all of this science already. So, oh wait, nope, this one's running. Another 52 days. So there's that one at least, and this one's still running. Excellent. Yeah, that's some serious payout there, I guess. And you've got anything inside? Nope, just telemetry analysis, but we'll go ahead and... Oh, we don't have comms. That's why we can't kick that on. Sleep is kind of like a time warp, in a way. I agree, Wookie. Alright, 494. Let's check this. Yep, ding, ding, ding. Stable orbit. Let's let it do its thing here. Check. Alright. Mare Nubium, Mare Oriental, Atkin Basin. So we're at least getting some flyover of some of them. Not Mare Nectaris, though. Yeah, I should have put more effort into making sure this was 90 degrees offset from the other ones, but I'm hoping that where these guys fly low in the northern hemisphere, this guy's flying low in the southern hemisphere. And so the reason we're not getting some of that data is because they are southern hemispheric biomes only, and this probe will be able to pick up on some of that and, I don't know, do something about it, perhaps-ish. Alright, F5, let's take a quick save. And back to the Space Center, we've got a lunar landing to launch. Another lunar direct suicide mission. Suicide burn landing to attempt. Good reason for me not to have... Oh gosh, but even the extra science equipment is going to throw up, or throw off the mass a bit. And so that is going to affect our timing on the terminal stage ignition. But hey, you know what? We got to back up. It'll be fine. Let's just, I don't know, maybe we'll try to aim for a biome this time. Try to target our landing into something not the lunar lowlands or midlands. So I think we've done 2 lunar landings successfully. One on the front and one on the back. Alright, okay, and ascent guidance. Let's go pick our target. Is it summertime now? I forgot. Where you go? That's our lunar mapper probe, flinging itself way off into deep space. Moon set as target. Thank you very much. We're going to go to a 200-kilometer orbit. That looks good. Launch into plane of target and engage autopilot. Yay! Our 10-minute payload swap, courtesy of Hoff Aerospace. Yep, nighttime. It is MET. Yeah, 12:24. Oh, hey, Christmas Eve. Look at us. Unintentionally doing stuff on good old holidays. Hooray! Ignition. Solid light on all 5 engines. Up and running, clamps off, and we are skyward bound. Yay! Excellent. Alright, make sure these are draining. Cool. These are not. Excellent. Everything is coming up Millhouse. Hopefully. Yeah, we should have plenty of budget. This payload is designed for obviously an earlier iteration of this vehicle that was not quite as capable. We could probably make a much more capable lunar lander out of this, and I don't know, as soon as we unlock OSRC, right? Did I get that one right? We might actually be able to capture into lunar orbit before we go in for a landing. Making sure these are draining would be funnier later in flight when the balls are the active tags. This one does have balls. Always, the Delta V is stored in the balls. Yep. This is the same RDO 109 transfer stage. We have not made any changes to that yet. I do have some planned, and we're going to switch out the balls for the sausages. I don't know, I have that build built and somewhat tested. I did a little bit of testing, but the engine I want for it isn't available yet. So, but if you want to see it, we can take a look at it later, as long as you remind me, because I will have forgotten about that before these boosters separate. But yeah, if y'all want to see the next updates here to the S54, we can totally take a look at that. RD701 win. God, is that in? Is that, do I have to go get, oh gosh. Oh, the mod Lucy worked on, why can't I think of the name of it? CH4? I assumed it rolled in the RO. I don't know if it has or hasn't. It's been a long time since I made it more than a quarter way up the tech tree in RO. I think the last time I did was the 1.1.3 save, so CH4 got absorbed, if you remember. Man, I hope so. That would be awesome. I imagine it's part of that checkbox at the beginning when you set the thing for like speculative or paper engines only, if you get to use those or not, which I forgot what setting I picked, but I will have to go back and double check that. You had to choose your engine tech realism level or something at the start of the save. Yep, yeah, it's that. Okay. I'll have to go back and double check and see what setting I used, and maybe we, I don't know, can you go back and uncheck it to make those available, or are they tagged by module manager next boot as like non-RO or whatever? We can also just take a look through the tech tree. We got some science to spend. Alright, coming up on Booster Sep. Tink. Clearing away. I'll have to look into that. Let me make a note. Oh, God, that child has stolen my last writing utensil. Alright, Sharpie it is. Check available engine stuff settings. Rocket go up. Oh, so far it is. Don't jinx it at 9. Come on, man. Yes, rockets still go up. Thankfully, we have an upgoer. Alright, we should be coming up on... Oh, no, fairing stuff is still a couple of seconds away. I don't like fizz warping through this one because it's just so many bits and bobs and doohickeys and things and stuff that stuff tends to get wedged, but you know what? I'm gonna do it anyway. Bearings. Tunk, clearing away. Fantastic. Alright, another minute until Miko, and hopefully we'll see a good ignition on both 405s. Be super awkward if we had another failure on those. Whoo, buddy, hold up. Yep, choking on myself here. Much better. Okay. Yeah, fingers crossed that we have a good ignition on both X405s. Allegedly, we could still make it to orbit without, with one failure. Or with one failing halfway through. Oh, looks like we have a good light, a little nudge, ullage ring is away, and the Hoff stage is going. Now we just have to see if Hasselhoff here will not grind his teeth into the inner stage, and we'll get a clean SEP on that EFT when it comes time. Which is, yeah, about a minute. And yeah, we'll have about half a kilometer per second left at orbital insertion. That's fantastic. I can't wait to upgrade these to the ones that have more than one ignition. It's going to make our deliverable payload so much better. I am going to pop it out of Fizzwort for this staging. Does a dog ever do the thing where they have a toy and they're laying down with it, they wag their tail like 2 to 3 wags, just like flip, 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 flip. So our dog does this thing where she like will bring you a toy as if she wants you to play, but you move to like, I don't know, take it or play tug or whatever, and just, and then she just runs off. Like, yay, toy. Yep, she does the yay toy a lot. I got a toy. It's my toy. Alright. Oh! Okay. It wiggled a little bit, but we're clearing away. Nothing exploded. Some paint might be a little scratched, but we're okay. Push into orbit. Yeah, I thought I was out of fizz warp, but it just seemed like things were moving way too quickly. I don't know, the cute thing that my dog will do is like she'll follow you into a room, or just like here you go into a room, decide she wants to go to that room too, and she'll come into the room and then like look to the side and there's a toy that she left there, and then suddenly it's like, ooh, toy! Wags her tail real fast, scoops up the toy, and then just like takes off, leaves to the other room, just kind of like, I don't know what I came in here for, but I got this and now I'm happy. Alright, 20 seconds to orbital insertion. Solid performance on the 405s today. I should not jinx myself, but I don't think we have anything else really coming up that we need to worry about. I mean, all the missions we're doing right now are pretty optional. Can I re-click that? And it'll fold out our 2 solar panels. Yay! And camera change. Doop. We are in orbit. Hooray! Alright, ascent guidance, you can go away. Oh, hey, we had a some kind of issue with one of the 405s there towards the end. Not enough to affect much, but okay. RCS, nope, not SAS. RCS to arm, throttle, make sure that's zeroed. Ding, ding, ding. Let's stage it. Pull ourselves away. Yeah, home and transfer to target. Create node. 21 minutes from now. Excellent. Let's see. Oh, hey, that doesn't look right there, friend. Okay. What's up with that? There we go. Focus view. Oh, hey, alright. Yeah, we'll just, we'll run with that. Where are our previous landings? One of them is way up there. The other one should be back here somewhere. Yep, way down there. That doesn't... Nope, that doesn't seem right. Did I delete them? How the hell did you get way up here in the northern hemisphere, friend? Alright, whatever. So, try to land somewhere we haven't been before. That'll work for me. Execute next node, please. Let's keep an eye on our balls. Make sure we are tracking with them. Yeah, 3137 on the clock. We got plenty. Hopefully. He likes to think anyway. You're very short on station time. That works in our favor. Less boil off, but I don't know. We got the margins for it, so that's me saying I just don't think I care. I think he's overrated. Return to monkey. Every day of my life. My coffee is now cold. So is my office. Doing well. Alright, time warp. Alright, MechJeb, don't F this up. Yeah, into the daylight. Oh, hey, look at that. Our transfer is almost dead on with our solar panels, so we won't have to maneuver much to keep that alignment. Saving that fuel means more propellant in our terminal descent stage. Always a good thing. You know, dare we can't try to come just as straight down as we can. Did I dial that one down? Maybe I did, because that's all from the new assembly. So I don't know. Don't know what I've done and what I haven't done. Just, I don't know. Very typical of me, is it not? Alright, 2 more minutes until we go free ball. We free the balls. We stage. Let's just leave it at that. Should have checked our start mass here versus that now that we have a reading on it. I didn't really think to look at that at the in the VAB. I imagine, yeah, there's got to be some discrepancy because there's definitely parts on this that are less than 2 kilograms, and so there could be that. I don't know if it's a floating point error or I don't know, a rounding error that's causing this super irritating bug, but I don't know. Typically, the bigger your spacecraft are, the less it affects you. So there's that. All right, 47 seconds to staging. So total mass of tiny parts would be negligible compared to the overall mass. Yeah, generally that's my opinion. I don't know, if your discrepancy only affects parts that are under 2 kilograms, and it's a floating point error somewhere around there, then like your mass discrepancy is always going to be pretty small, based on the number of parts that you're carrying or whatever. Hold on, I gotta stage this thing. Patunk. Externals are away. And so if your total craft mass is, a ton, then having a floating point error of a kilogram or two isn't going to make much of a difference. But if your total craft mass is half a ton, then having a kilogram offset is going to be more noticeable. Have more of a detrimental effect, I guess. Alright, yeah, we're still looking pretty good on Delta V. We'll check the numbers at the end of the burn. This thing has a lot of trussing on it. Like, all of this is basically wasted mass because none of it's a fuel tank. But some of these might actually be more than 2 kilograms and thus not affected by the, I don't know, the error. Does it tell me mass in here? Nope. Bummer. And shutdown? Nope. Yep, there it is. Alright, abort. Kill rotation. Stay put, buddy boy. Let's get rid of that. And, okay. Yeah, 2.264. And currently we are at 2.261. So yeah, there's a discrepancy. Oh, hello. Are we not going to the moon today? What the fuck, man? I guess back it up because we overburned? That is super fun. I do not like this Sam-I-Am. There we go. Yes, we only get an encounter when it is careening violently into the surface of the moon. But I will take it, and I'm going to continue. Oh, if I back up, we actually widen it. If I go forward, which is where it's going to nudge us, and if I want to come down generally in this area, well, it won't be. It'll be more like this area by the time we get there, which is fine. That looks pretty good. But when I stage, it's going to give us a pretty good nudge. Alright, so we'll do that. Take a quick save. Make sure throttle is zeroed. RCS is still armed. Excellent. Let's make sure our avionics are on. Activate. And ba-dump. Oh no. You kidding me? Oh gosh, all the experiments we chalked on here kicked up our total mass. And now I'm very willing to bet that we're not going to have avionics at any part of this. Son of a bitch. Oh, fudge. Oh yeah, we don't have reverse thrust. I guess I'll just wait until it spins facing the other way. See how we're doing on our... Well, we can shut this down when it comes time. Oh, poo. Yeah, I done dropped the ball on that one. Since they don't work anyway, let's just go ahead and shut them down. Let's widen our berth on this a bit. If only there were a way to validate the performance of a craft operations prior to a paid flight. I know, right? I like that. Let me check on this stage, make sure it's going to collide in the moon. It is. Fantastic. No more action required. Insufficient avionics. Yeah, we know. 1.58. 1.586 and 1.586. Hey, these two actually match. Well, I guess the only trussing we have is this here and this. There's a little ring up here. I think there's another set ring. Nope, got rid of that. And then there's our 3 little landing studs. That's all the truss work there is on this one. But let's take a look at our resources and see how much battery we're going to shoot ourselves in the face out of. All of our avionics shut down, hopefully. Oh no, are we going to make it to the moon? Who knows? Who knows? Oh, since we're spinning... Oh wait, we can still use the H key to ullage. So we should still be able to get the engines to light. Timing is going to be iffy AF. And once the engine's light, it should only take, I don't know, a quarter second for us to get avionics back. But there is going to be that wiggle that's going to cost us some time. So let's just up the warp. Okay, yeah. Battery, definitely draining. Definitely draining faster than we'd like. Probably not going to make it all the way to the moon. And that sucks. Damn it. Oh yeah, we're off axis now. We're never actually going to point clear at the sun. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. And we're coming into the shadow, aren't we? Yeah, but not by much. Fuck. Oh, landing info. Let's bring that out. Might need it again. And how long until our encounter happens? Another 2 days. So we're halfway there, and we've burned through 2/3 of our electric charge. So I don't think this is going to go very well for us. You are shut down also, right? Yeah, and everything is stopped. Now we're in time warp, so I can't check either. But yeah. Dang it, wrong button. Well, poo. I guess we should go in and make the changes before I done F this one up, and I'm gonna have to eat it because I certainly did enough reverts last time. But we'll walk it out there and just kind of see where we end up, if maybe. Hey, we're getting lots of space or science radioed in from our orbiters. That's cool. And boom. There's no electric charge. There's a little bit. Not enough to get it there, certainly. Yep, there it goes. Oh, we're bouncing a little. I wonder if maybe we should just bleed off some of our RCS propellant. Once we get a little closer to the moon, maybe we'll just kind of tap on the H key and see how much we need to drain off to get it. Let's wait until we're in the SOI, but before we hit the shadow. Might be worth it. Alright, yeah, like here. Avionics unlocking controls. Seriously? No, that can't be right, because these are off. Activate. Execute. Execute. Come on. I'm very confused. Do we have avionics or not? Avionics unlocking controls. I guess having none battery isn't helping our cause, really. If we could just get it pointed into the sun for a little while. Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. Unlocking, unlocking, unlocking. That's... Is the message just stuck? like every time it pings the tower, we run out of juice. I'm very confused here. Yeah, online, offline, online, offline. Can you spam the hibernate button to see if it takes? I mean, avionics are currently active. Controllable 1.57 ton. We're at 1.586. So no, we don't currently have avionics. Let's go ahead and shut them down. Dang it. Shut them down. Cool. Avionics unlocking controls. That's very interesting. I can hold this and hope that we can just bleed off some of this mass every time we get a little juice in the tanks. Maybe I should wait to do that until it's time to hit the throttle. Use less EC when it finally gets power. Selectively disable thrusters to induce the rotation you want. Ah. Now we're talking. Yep, now I just, yeah, I should be able to hold the H key and get a response at some point. When life gives you lemons, if it lets you in this, it does, but only sporadically. But now I'm not getting any response from any thruster. Then making sure I didn't disable, yeah, that one's still on. I'd like to just tip the roof down a little bit. But yeah, I'm not getting anything, so let's fizz warp for... Yeah, we need to get back into a condition where we've got more panel in the sun. Right about here. Which thruster did I leave active? That one? No. Okay, there's a little nudge. There's a little nudge. I guess I don't want to do too many more nudges. It was 3 nudges. Let's enable this one and disable that one, so maybe we can lock out the spin at some point here. So we should be able to come into full view here. Gotta be. Exposure 84%. All right. 7, 88, 89. Avionics unlocking controls, my asshole, but okay. 96. Come on. 97. Give it a nudge. Yeah, we got pretty good power right now. Which way are we tilting? 2. All right, 97%. That's pretty good. Are we still rotating away? Tipping up that way. Is that my active thruster? Yeah. Tip it back just a smidge. Boy, that is a trickle. Yes, it is a trickle, but it is something. We have power. We can do something for at least a little bit. Did we just negate our spin? We want to tap it a little bit more. Yeah. Disable that one and enable that one. 86. Is it going up? 97, yes it is. Fantastic. Until you get under tonnage, you can't use MechJeb to point at the sun. No, I cannot. MechJeb will not do anything while avionics are locked. Okay. We're getting... I mean, we're 97% exposure. We have 19 hours. 2.8 watts seems like your peak. Yeah, just about. Oh, it's dropping, so we are pivoting away. Which way are we pivoting, though? Looks like that is still tipping to this direction, so we need to give another tap here. Another 2 maybe to start bringing it back. Voltage still falling, so let's neutralize this motion. Try to bring that pitch down just a smidge. Is that working? This is a real mission control work. The problem. This is some like, dude, this is a cheap mission. Why do you keep doing this? Moreover, why do you keep doing this to yourself? Yeah, 97. Still looks like we're still tipping down just a bit, so check that one, check that one. Bring that nose back up. And check that one, check that one, and bring it to the right. 2.77, still 97%. Just to mitigate that upward. All right. This is a great idea, Wook. Thank you. Okay, this might be the best we can do for right now. 2.82 watts on the panels. And seems to be holding pretty steady. We saved 3 transistors by using the same model of avionics as last mission. Yay! I know. Oh, the bean counters. It's their fault. Now, if we can just get enough power on the panels to where we can ullage and light the engine. Let's set the node so at least we can see where we need to be pointing versus where we will be pointing. Add maneuver. That's okay. When we cross over into the shadow and we're no longer going to be able to collect solar power, we kick on 2 thrusters, and we put it into a spin. That will ullage the motor. And then when we light the dang thing, we hopefully we'll burn off enough propellant very quickly to get avionics back, and we'll be in pretty good shape. Now we just gotta charge. Hopefully we can get enough charge on the battery to get us there. That's what matters. Yeah, 98%. Looks like we are staying charged, or staying at least pointed in mostly the right direction, which is awesome to do that without any assists. I don't think I've ever been able to get it so dialed in before. I'm very proud of this moment, y'all. Alright. Hey, we got some space on the bar there. 120 some odd kilojoules. About halfway through our leg here. Is that the moon that we're going to pile into face first? Probably. God, please tell me all your science equipment. Yeah, none of that's running. It's all stopped. Yep, okay. And you're not showing any electric charge. Whoa, good golly! What happened? Oh, did I... Seriously? I just not pit moon jump scare again? I thought we had like 8 hours. Thought I came down on the time warp. Can I try again? Can I please try that again? May I please try again? When was the last time I quick saved? It was probably after... Yes, please. Thank you. Yeah. Probably after the TLI burn. Which, you know the best way to do this, right? And to totally cheat the system and not have to do any of that ish that we just did. You know, we're going to bring this out and we're going to try to keep it in the light all the way down. We're going to angle at the sun before we stage. And we're just going to pretend that this is the mission where I had to do all that funny angling for half an hour or so. and keep the epicness of it. And then we'll just try to figure out how to do the landing part with without avionics. As long as you can prove it can be done, then it was done. Thank you, Wookie. I appreciate your leniency and your endorsement there at 9. Thank you. Alright. So we quick save here now. We don't care that these avionics are off because we don't have the juice anyway. Or, yeah, we don't have the tonnage anyway. And then we just stage and hope for the best, right? RCS is on, throttle is zeroed, tunk, and of course it kicks us off to the side. Not just one side, but both sides. Those are the thrusters we want to keep active. Now we want our target. So yeah, it looks like we get to do this balancing act yet again, and over a much grander scale. I don't know why I said it like that. It just came out weird. I'm very sorry. Okay, 92, 93, 94. Let's go ahead and switch these two back off. Give that one a little extra kick. It looks like we are pivoting off to that side also. Yeah, a little bit of roll, but who cares? They just keep all RCS open, windows open and locked. Not a bad plan. I'm really hoping that other than this roll, which is going to complicate things somewhat, I hope we got this dialed in. Now, it looks like the antenna is pivoting down that way. We'll give that a little nudge. I'm gonna say if I lock them, I have to put my mouse over them to get the arrow. It's confusing. Alright, 98, and hold on. Let me line up my antenna with something. Yeah, looks like we're pivoting that way, so that's the one I want on. Enabled, you should be the one that is on currently. Let's tap, tap. Tink. Tink the roll. The roll is really screwing with me here. Okay, this is like when you finally get your puppet to sleep the night without needing to go out and it pukes on the carpet. There, yep, definitely that. And of course I have to pee again because I chugged entirely too much coffee. We are leaning off this way. So enabled, tap, tap. Of course, why do we have to have a roll this time? Looks like that's going to be the thruster that we need to fire when it becomes time. Just, you know, why? Nope. And this one. Well, the avionics already disabled hibernating for minimum power draw. Yes, they should be. Let's double check that. Yep, that one is off. And this one is off also. I think we're doing mostly all right. Let's take another quick save. Remind me to quick save a lot, please. All right. With this oscillation and roll, do we keep enough power on the panels to keep the batteries charged all the way to the moon? That's all we need to have is batteries to the moon. Of course, our position with the sun will shift as we are moving, but it looks like, yes, we can maintain enough panels or enough sunlight to keep the batteries charged all the way to the moon. All right. Problem 1 complete. I'm going to leave this in 2x warp, let y'all enjoy the view for a little bit. I have to pee real bad, and I'm not going to do this while having to pee because it's going to make me make mistakes. I will be back in 30 seconds. All right, I have returned. Let's finish this out. Let's do something worth doing. Perhaps, maybe, perhapsn't. All right, let's get the rest of the way to the moon, and then we'll figure out what we're doing. Which I think is going to be just set MechJeb to point at Lunar Retro. We'll try to pivot ourselves into it once we lose daylight, or as we're getting closer. That's not us. We are still showing full charge. So we will casually... Yep, not us. Don't care. Do. Ding. Alright, there's the moon. Now, how long until impact? 18 hours. We are maintaining full charge, and we are definitely coming down in the dark. That sucks. quick save, so we don't have to do any of that nonsense ever again. And yeah, of course, we are pointing straight at the moon, so we'll need to kick ourselves around while spinning to face backwards in a spin we can't mitigate, ullage the engine, fire it up, and hope for the best. Right? Okay. While also hoping that we get the engine light timing right to not crash into the surface, because we are also not going to have avionics when we first light up the landing stage engine, which that will also be fun. How long until impact? 6 hours. Battery's still fully charged. Fantastic. Are we coming down in the same biome as our previous lander? I mean, no. That one's way over there. Hopefully we won't be in the same biome. I really, really hope we won't be in the same biome. Oh, good. Bouncing comms off a satellite. Making money well spent there. Alright. 1 hour, 20 minutes. How long do we want to set ourselves on the correct path? I guess we have more than enough battery to make the landing, right? We should probably do this sooner rather than later. Let's try to adjust our angle here. So we just want one thruster. That one's disabled. That one's enabled. I guess we'll go with two. Let's enable these two. Enabled, disabled, good, disabled, good, and kick ourselves around. I'm hoping the roll isn't, or that we can do this spin quick enough to where the roll won't matter, but I'm probably wrong on that front. I'm usually wrong about most things, so... Alright, 55 minutes until we have to light the engine, allegedly, although we could probably go a second or two deeper on that. I think we were up to like 5 seconds after suicide burn to light the engine. I don't know, we need to err on the side of giving ourselves more breathing room. So I think we'll try to shoot for -2 if we can get a good heading. Which, who knows if we can or not. That's not even the moon you're looking at. The moon's down here, dummy. Nice and slow, of course. And yeah, the roll will be a factor here. No, there's retro. We weren't even pointing fully. I guess neutralize it now. Right, and trying to figure out which thrusters to fire is going to hurt me a lot. This is basically like, oh, give it a tap. Wait, give it a tap. Well, God, how much helium do we have in this stage? And I hid that tank. Here, there it is. Yeah. Our helium pressurant is what we need to be aware of, but looks like we've got oogles of that, so good for us. Let's go ahead and switch this to surface velocity negative. Won't be doing that just yet, but it's something. I guess we could just come in like this. Let's see how much. Yeah, we got a lot of wiggle up here. It's hard without a reference point to gauge. It was nice before because we could just tell it to point at the sun, or we wanted to point just at the sun, and we had that as a reference point. Now we're just kind of like staring off into space. Are we spinning more towards where we want to be? Kind of. We'll let this keep tipping in. 51 minutes. Oh, man. I guess nope, not you. This thruster needs to fire to mitigate some of this spin. Which one was on before? Was it you? Yes. Okay. Tap, tap. I mean, like, we're close enough-ish, right? God, that roll is killing me. Which way are we moving? This guy? This guy? 48 minutes. This guy and... Okay, so that's you and you. We need to give a little tap. Bit much, but okay. Let's let it wiggle on back. Enabled. Turn off the other two. Lots of fickling with these thrusters. Oh my god. Tap, tap. Let's give you a quick tap just to see. All right, 45 minutes. Do we just let it ride out like this? No, this is horribad. We're way off our vector. How much do I care? And it's very hard to tell what our vector is, but okay, let's... I should have put orientation marks on this thing. It would have definitely been better for me. That's you moving up, so we need to turn you back on. You off. Give that a tap. How's that doing for us? We coming back around? Somewhat. 40 minutes, okay. Yeah, it's inching up there. 38, 37, 36, 35. Now it's dipping back down. God, too many things to pay attention to. God. Which way is it moving? Down, so you. Tip, tip. If we could just neutralize some of the movement. Fixed view might help. Would it though? It still doesn't tell me like which thruster is pointing which way. I guess I need to fire that one. I should be using the moon as my reference. No, opposite, 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 opposite. Yes, there we go. Once you put the camera into fixed, you can line it up and know which is which. In reference to the nav ball, I don't know if I can in reference to the nav ball, though. What's our current tonnage? 1.587, and you are good for 1.57. So we're still over tonnage quite a bit, I think. Hey, we're coming up towards our retro vector. Well, you can line the camera up with the vessel. This is probably true. Alright, free orbital chase locked. $29 minutes. I'm gonna tap this thruster. Oh man, this is... Now it suddenly looks like we're falling really, really, really fast. Okay. Yeah, you're right. That actually does help. And so now it should be this thruster. Did the roll stop? Oh, God. No. Ah, now I'm completely disoriented. Okay, and so if that's down, I am still overspinning by which way? Now I am moving with the reference point, so I'm coming over that way. I need to activate this thruster. Get over here, buddy. RCS2 enabled. RCS2 disabled. Tap. 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 Does that bring me back around towards retro? Do you have any tracking panels whatsoever unlocked yet? I do not, no. That should be tipping me back unless I put way too much energy into it. How long we got? 27 minutes. Oh god, did I hit time warp? I did. Sheesh. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. I wonder if I want to give it another tap just to see if we can speed this up a bit. 27 minutes. All right, let's cancel out that movement, which is what, this thruster? Yeah, so let's turn you off, turn you on, and then tap. Tap, tap, tap. Okay. Turn you off, and that should mean that turning you on pivots us closer to the retro vector. We're not quite done with that thruster yet, though. We're still pivoting off in that direction. Okay, looks like we are in fact moving towards where we need to be. Wait, did I? Yeah, you need to be enabled and you need to be disabled. We're coming into this pretty quickly. All right. Almost there. How long until suicide burn? 25 minutes. So sorry, it looks like we're going to sort this whole thing out in real time. Can't see the moon. All right, let's arrest that. Oh god, dang it, I left that one on. Fuck. You on. You off. You a quick tap too. Pop. Oh man, talk about tedium. Okay, looks like we're maybe starting to get this dialed in. I hope. I've now jinxed myself. 24 minutes until we need to make this engine burn. I think we've actually arrested our motion, and maybe we'll just leave it here. This is close enough-ish, right? No, we're still pivoting off to the side a little bit, which I think is this way. Tiny taps now. Dare I quick save? Haven't done that in a while. This is, I don't know, the most dialed in we've been since we started this whole fiasco, so let's just try that, shall we? 23 minutes, a little bit of time warp. Yeah, we do still have a roll. It looks like we need to tap you on for just a second, which means turning, you are already disabled, you need to be turned off. Pit. 23 minutes. Can't see the moon. It'll jump out on us when it's time. Definitely. Deviating very slightly from the vector, 21 minutes. Let's give these two a tap. Are these two even still the ones facing up and away? I can't tell. Because we rolled. And so now I don't know, but it looks like it should be this one and this one if we give them just a little tip. Maybe that should tip us back in, and it has. So now let's turn you off, and turn you on, and turn you off, and turn you on, and we'll wait and see what we're feeling like here. 1 second, I have a message I need to check. Nope. All right, 19 minutes. God, which way is down? I feel like that one. So let's just fire just the one. Tap. Wait. Yep. And then we're still tipping off to this side just a little bit, so we'll give him a little baby tap. And give you a corrective tap. Okay. 18 minutes. 17, still looking pretty good. 16, alright, let's give you a tap, try and get back in the circle there. I don't even know if you're still up. You're not. You are now up. No, that feels wrong. It's still you. And everything else is disabled. Yep. Tap. Instinct is good on that one. Check out of that. 15 more minutes. Enabled. Enabled. Tap. How are we faring? A little bit of overcorrection on that. 14 minutes to go. I think we maybe just let it ride. Right? Take a quick save, Cosmo. Find out why your keyboard is rattling. Both legs are up. Nothing's under them. Get it on top of the mat. I can't feel my fingers anymore. This is awesome. No, I can still feel my fingers. It's not that cold in here, but yeah, it's cold. All right. We'll pop out of this with about a minute to go, and we'll start our ullage. Make sure I manually turn the avionics back on. Maybe we'll come out of it a little sooner than that, just to make sure we can turn all the thrusters on and double check that we can turn all the thrusters on. 7 minutes. Yeah, so you're trying to land in one manually timed burn. Yes and no. We got 2 stages, but yeah, lunar direct. So no orbital insertion. We just kind of do a big braking burn, and then we'll separate this bigger stage below us, and then we've got this is our actual lander. This little cone guy up here has his own engine, and we'll kind of pulse to do the landing itself. But I put different science experiments on here, which means our avionics won't power on, so we don't have any like direct control. At least we're coming down where we've got line of sight with Earth. So we should have good comms, and we can tap the H key and we can kick the engine on, but that's about it until we burn off some of this fuel and get our avionics back. 5 minutes till suicide burn countdown. Let's go ahead and activate avionics and activate avionics. Whew, okay. Come out of that with about a minute to spare. And yeah, all the tippy tapping and opening and closing RCS ports trying to get us into the retrograde vector was uh, more time than I'm willing to admit. 2 minutes, 1 minute. Did the same. 2500 Delta V burn to hover, and then the mini lander. Yep, it's a good approach. If you really like, I don't know, if you need to give yourself a cardiac stress test, this is a great way to do it. Minute 27. Let's switch this to radar altimetry. Trying to check all my P's and Q's here, and still probably gonna F it all up. There are many quick saves and many attempts. Indeed, I think I've done this twice before on this save, and both times took at least like 1 or 2 restarts. 58 seconds. 53 seconds. It shouldn't take that long to ullage in the motor. MechJev is set, so when avionics do come online, it should snap us into the correct vector. Since we're not all that far off, I think our previous was light at -3 from suicide burn. That usually got us a pretty good result. So that the engine's queued up by -5. We'll see how that works. We are a little heavier than the last times we did this, so all right, 30 seconds. Here we go. I'm going to start the ullage at 10. Now we can see the moon, and for once it did not jump scare us. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Start the ullage. Engine is green. 3, 2, 1, -1, 2, 3. Let's light it up at 4. We'll just see what happens. Avionics unlocked. Unlocking controls. Thank God. I'm going to switch my camera back to auto. Avionics are back. For at least until separation. Alright, suicide burn counter has gone to 0 and is climbing, so we will probably burn through this stage before we arrest. Or we will arrest before this stage is done burning. So finger on the X and the stage button. 10 seconds left to burn. 800 meters per second. Maybe we won't arrest. That would be interesting. 5 clicks off the surface. Alright. Boom. Oh, I forgot the staging kicks us way up. Dang it. And we don't have avionics again by like a lot. So switch this to kill rotation. Watch out that you're not too static. You killed your nerves below the left elbow. 8-hour programming flow. Ouch. Okay. With napping at the computer. Well, that's what did it. Took 6 months before you had full use of your fingers again. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, I definitely do not want to do that. Alright, suicide burn countdown. Oh gosh, we're rolling. And I don't have any kind of roll control since none of these thrusters are pointing down, so we have to light the engine to burn some of this off. Come on, give me my avionics back. What's your control tonnage? 0.2. Jesus, we gotta waste a lot of fuel doing this. Come on, come on. I should not have staged that thing until we are almost in the dirt. Because, yeah, burning off this much fuel, we're speeding up. Come on. Come on! 2, 1, 0 avionics unlocked. Surface velocity negative 156, and we have 99 meters per second in the tank. This did not go very well. I think we're going to attempt it again, because why the hell not? Yeah, F in chat for my stupid attempt. I'm hoping a lot of that, once we bleed off the lateral, which we won't. We got 20 meters per second left to go, and poof, there it goes. Wish there was some way we could shed weight. I shall allow another retry. Thank you so much on 9. Boop. Holding in. Alright, so we know that lighting up at, what did we light up at? 3? So the engines were running by 4? Did we light up at 4 and the engines were running by 5? Maybe we push that by a second? And see what happens? Did that RCS just fire? Are you kidding me? They did! What the forks? That one's enabled. Are all of them enabled? Tell me I enabled all of them. I did. Damn it, God. Now I have to resolve this with very little time. This was a mistake. Lack of simulating, yes. 100% exactly that. I had flown this before, twice before, but I changed out the science payload to stuff that weighs more and did not test. Still pivoting. Which way are we pivoting? Looks like top 2. Enabled. Disabled. A little bit more on that axis. Perhaps. We got 3 minutes until we have to just light this thing. Let it spin, I guess. Are all the avionics on? Let's go ahead and kick on avionics. Not that it matters much, but here we are. I'd like to be somewhat close to the retro vector when this whole thing kicks off. Yep. Alright, looks like we're stabilized, so we're just going to leave it alone. 1 minute. Let's bring it out of time warp. Switch to radar altimetry, 54 seconds. Are all my thrusters on? I did enabled. Fantastic. Alright. 42 seconds. I guess I know I don't really need to ullage until -5, but yeah, we'll figure it out. Also, since we got the battery now, let's kick all this stuff on. Why not? You'll get some kind of benefit out of this. 23 seconds. There's the moon. We can see stuff, kinda. It was a pleasure as always. Right on, Mr. Mark. Wow, you hung out for a lot longer than normal. Much appreciated. Have a good evening. You must really need to go if you're ducking out right now. All right, 7, 6, 5, starting ullage. Engine is green. Suicide burn countdown -1, 2, 3, 4, lighting at 5. Good light. Unlocking controls. Surface velocity negative. Mech Jib has the ball. For now. Ooh, suicide burn countdown still negative. I'm gonna lean on some thrusters and kind of help it out a little bit. Maybe I don't need to. Looks like it has gone negative. Launch enters complete stream. Strange times indeed. Have a good night, Mr. Mark. Alright, finger on the shutdown. 7 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Excellent. 1.4 kilometers. I know that staging is going to give us about a, I don't know, 40 to 50 meter per second nudge. So we're going to ride it out. 50. 960. Hit it. Oh, wow. Way more than 60. That's interesting. That thing really shot us up there. Kapow. Come on, retrograde vector. Come on, retrograde vector. Could have waited another second on that. This is going to give us so much lateral velocity. Jeez, I don't like it, but we have to. I guess I should have been pulsing the engine for a while. God, so much fuel to burn off. I guess we're better off skipping down the surface. Just gonna keep pulsing the engine to kind of hover and fly. Watch us change biomes by doing this into something that we've already visited. No hills coming up, right? Avionics unlocked. Yes! Let's null this out. How much fuel we got? 70 meters per second. No, 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 no. Yes. Come on. Oh! Rough. RCS to disarm. Landed! Fuck you, avionics! The lampshade has landed. And hey, we are in a new biome. Yay! Oceanus Procellarium. We have landed and we have begun transmitting. Hey, contract complete. What did we do? First lunar orbiter and mapper. Oh, nice. We finished that one a while ago, didn't we? And program complete. That's nothing new. What? Hey, how come our lunar landing contract didn't get completed? Oh, we have to transmit some science. That's what we're waiting on. Duh. Yes. Ha ha! I am excited. 30 days. I hope this thing lasts for 30 days. Let's shut down the avionics and help it along, shall we? Yes! Alright. We're going to let telemetry analysis radio in so that we can ding. Boom. Contract complete. Yay! I'll take it. 900 reps or whatever. I should have checked how long these, because I don't know if this thing's going to survive for 30 days, to be real honest. If you build a crewed vessel and land it with the Kerbal jumping off the ladder, would it count as uncrewed per the contract? That good question. I don't know. I guess easy way to test would be to do like an Apollo style, but have the lander be not crewed and see if it gives you the uncrewed check mark when you separate the two. Right? Maybe? Quick save. Y'all forgot to tell me to quick save. So I don't know how long the batteries on this thing are going to last, but what do we got coming up on Kerbal Alarm Clock? Anything coming up soon? Oh yeah, 50 days until our Venus flyby corrective burn. We could probably do that. Like crew capacity, but unfilled versus no crew capacity. I think it actually checks for an active Kerbal, so even if you landed a crew-capable vehicle but there was no one on board, it should still count. But I guess that's a SimEv or Ampersand question. They will probably, either of them, have more experience with that than me. I certainly would never attempt something so shady, duplicitous, or rule-bendy-ish. It's just not my style. I don't know. I do kind of want to see how much of this we can get logged before those batteries die. And the answer is really not much. Oh well. No Principia. Yeah, sorry. Principia tends to murder my poor computer. And I don't know. I tend to run a save file for a fairly long time, and Principia just makes the saves absolutely massive. But one of these days, when I'm feeling like I have regrown some brain cells magically, I might attempt it. I just feel like it's probably beyond my ability to pay attention to things, as might be obvious at this point. I don't do well with some of the detail of things sometimes, so there's that. Yeah. Maybe because you can't effing afford the Gemini capsule, let alone Apollo. this is uh this is true. 100% true. All right, how are we doing on our orbiter mapper thing? Check, check, check. And all, yeah, those things got checked. I guess we just need to check in to see how the biomes are doing. But, oh, real quick, I want to check in on R&D and see if we've got some, like, what were you asking about, the RD701? BE4 and Raptor, so that's, like, way up there. I don't know, what category do you think it would be under? And where do you think it would be? I guess a good thing to check for would be the HG3. Now there's the M1, the J2, LR87, RL10. M1, M1, RL10. It's maybe down here. No, the HG3's got upgradable configs. Oh, J2 Tordual. LE5. So I guess maybe prototypes. LR129, the RD57, RD56. I thought that was. Never mind. I don't know what I'm looking for. So the max space plane, right? Yeah, Principia requires mind-proof sense of spatial awareness. Yeah, that I definitely do not have. Whenever that was. I mean, that was 90s, right? Or 80s, maybe? I mean, there's the 0120. That's Buron. Oh, yeah, there's HD3B config. So the HD3s we definitely have. 170s. 180s. The S5.98. 124. MK43 US configs, and we checked all this stuff. The 191, 193s. Yeah, I don't know if. And then the B4, 98 to 03, the S5.92. I wonder. Is prototypes a whole line? I don't know. Like, where would they wedge it? I think they would just be included in their, like, the yearly stuff. J10 190. Oh, yeah. 20, the RD8, 17D12 config. These are all SRBs. Electric propulsion. Hall effect thrusters. And yeah, gridded ion. Bimodal NTR. Yeah, I wonder if it would be in some other weird node, reusability, or yeah, if it was for Max, maybe it's in a spaceplane node. I mean, Rapier commercial capsules probably not in there, and yeah, okay. We should probably start. I don't know what my next nodes are going to be. I've got 800 science to spend, but I don't know where I really. Oh, I definitely want lunar rated heat shields because that gets us free landings on Venus and Mars. I mean, it could be in reusability, like that node. No, that's a wheel. Advanced landing, supersonic inflatable. And there's all kinds of stuff in here that I need to poke around at. Lunar orbiter capsules, docking and crew transfer we need for our current, excuse me, next program. Oh, that's the Apollo. We've got now early docking. We've already got queued. Early life support and ISRU might be good. EVA jetpack would be nice for when we have to do that EVA thing, and I inevitably hit a button I shouldn't, and somebody goes wandering off. And then, of course, it's always worth it to do avionics and solar panel upgrades. You know, lunar era research. Ooh, a battery tank upgrade and a researcher upgrade. Oh yes, and an engineer efficiency upgrade and fiberglass fairings. Totally worth doing that. And then we should do the lunar era electrics. We want comms, because antennas and their high gain stuff is the biggest killer of mass on your spacecraft other than avionics. And then science to get all those points back. Remember, kids, sketchy links always lead to free V-Bucks. Oh yes, they definitely do. Yeah, so we'll clear this line out while we're thinking about it. We still have more science to spend. Man, sending stuff to the moon, total profit. Maybe we should actually invest in some engines, although I haven't progressed past like the 1960 engines yet, so I don't know if that's exactly worth it or not. I've already got the Pioneer correction motors unlocked. Yeah, there they are. Pioneer adjustment motor. Yeah, let's spend $1,000 because I'm going to use the ass out of those. I don't think I'm going to go any further down. Oh, I have to go one more down orbital rocketry to get into some of the goodies down here, but man, yeah, closed cycle and then the RL-10. You know what? I actually think maybe I will avoid Hydrolox this time. Crude Venus flyby before 1969. Yeah, it's 1968, and I can't even afford to unlock the Gemini capsule yet. So, yeah, probably not going to be a thing. I'll just launch one person who went insane before they cleared the moon. I don't even think I can do life support tanks yet, so it'll be a carcass. We will send a carcass on a crude Venus flyby. Is it still crude if they're dead? Don't worry. Just set them up on a seat with a spacesuit. I have not unlocked a seat yet. I don't even know where the command seat is unlocked. Would it be part of avionics, or would it be part of landing, or I don't even know where the jump seat comes along. Lunar landing, is it in here somewhere? I doubt it, but there's our LEM motors. Will onesie spacesuits? Obviously, definitely. Research, I don't know, find a way to make a seat. She's making the controls small enough. Right. All right. So I got about 20 minutes or so before I got to close out the stream. Should we? Well, let's check in on our lunar orbiter and see if we're going to clear that contract, or maybe we're building another lunar lander. We should maybe take that contract again, but let's edit it to get the avionics up to date. Shall we? Perhaps. So we don't have to do that level of nonsense again next time. Captain Kirk 123 commented on March 1st, 2022. Unless you have a suggestion as to where we should get engine models for the RD-701 and the 704, we can't do anything about this. Try Nerdist near future launch vehicles otherwise. Interesting. Okay. Alright, so this is on current gen tech. I just want to make sure that is the 0109. Yes, it is. Fantastic. Never do space tourism. Make sure to control the craft with a Logitech gaming controller. Definitely not a branded Microsoft controller, but a Logitech aftermarket. I was, oh, dang it. I can't think of the off-brand now, but the cheesy, crappy ones you used to be able to buy for 20 bucks at Walmart that I always hated, and can't think of what they're called now because I am old. And of course, I would bury the decoupler in a place where I can't get to it. That's fantastic. All right, and do it the old-fashioned way. Pow. All right, so we should do the lander portion first, just to I don't know. We're gonna have to update these avionics, and might as well, if we're gonna do something, do it right. And 0.268. These actually match. That's interesting. So control mass 0.2. We'll just round it out to 0.23 because I think, yeah, we're gonna have lots of extra room and we can dial it down a little bit. At this point, are all the models for RO engines custom and not just rescaled, stretch, stock, then restock parts? Yeah, I think 99.9% of them are probably. I mean, there's oh no, this is still a custom texture or custom model, but it's reused a few places. But most of them have their own model, and they're getting pretty dang good, honestly. All right, 73%. We do want to maintain some battery on this, so let's just see if we can walk this one out to what, 500? Oh, that's gonna make it look weird. So we'll do all the stretching on the bottom. Wow, these avionics are so much lighter, and this looks so much dumber now. There we go. We'll tape it off at about 95%. Okay. So like the J2 is undeniably a J2 and M1 is clearly not a J2 scaled up, right? We should check on that. And hey, look, our mass has fallen down to 2.09. So, all right, let's readjust. 2.10. Scale it out 95%. Cool. What's our longevity on the panels? At the moon? 7 days. Okay. And that's on, okay, 2 days perpetual if we get optimized sunlight, which we never will, but, hey, fine. Wow, that looks, wonky. 271 meters per second. That's definitely an improvement. I think we checked this last time, but let's make sure. Yeah, our tech is. Well, we can probably gain that antenna down a bunch. No, we're at 31 bits per second. Who am I kidding? What were we at? 18? Yeah. Never mind. Leave it alone. Close. Do we want to upgrade the thrusters? Oh no, these are, and they're scaled to about the point where I think it's okay. No upgrades for HTP yet. Of course not. That's fine. Let's reattach the bottom section and repeat the process. So we need to update you to improved avionics. Close. Our current total mass is 1.63. I bet you if we start dialing this into 90 something percent, it's going to be much, much more than that. Leave that alone, and let's just do the work on the bottom where we won't see it and it won't screw up my Absolutely fantastic aesthetics. I should just know this by now that until you get into like the 90 something percent, you can just hit the next left button to wander this out. And we'll take this one up to 99% because most of its time is spent in hibernation. That brings us down to 1.532. So we can actually dial this down. 1.5, 1.54. 99%, 1.532, 1.54. We should definitely, yeah, and see, we're still seeing that discrepancy. 2660 meters per second. Oh, yeah. I don't really want to do tank upgrades because already, oh, hey, no, yeah, that's the tank. How much to tool these avionics? 20,000. I guess we're going to fly this more than once, so fine. Spend the dang money. How much to tool you? Another 17,000. Yeah, we got the credit, so purchase tooling. Fine. Okay. That should... that should take care of that. This one should not be so stupid next time. Clearly. Unless our staging get all effed up. Nope. Doop, doop. Bow. Cool. I will take that. Let's put the fairings back on and hit save and totally not run a simulation because if I've learned nothing today, it is that simulations are entirely unwarranted. Alright, and yeah, make sure this gets saved, save, and save edits. That doesn't set us back too much. We'll still be able to launch this in about 40 days, which is right around when our correction burn for our Venus spacecraft is, which other than saving up a bunch of money, that's the next thing we got going on. So I think I will actually save those for next week. I'm going to just go ahead and wrap it up early. I'm tired. My back hurts. I don't want my fingers to go numb and fall off, which apparently is a thing. So, yeah. Let me take a hard save here. Save. There we go. 42. We're making $2,000 a day. Not doing too bad for ourselves here in December 1965. There's that anyway. All right, y'all. Let's see who we can raid. Who's out there today playing KSP? Linux Guru Gamer. Yeah. Unfortunately, nobody playing RSSRO currently. Oh, Malky's playing. Let's go drop in on Malky. We haven't seen him in, I don't know, at least a week, right? Alright, y'all. I'm going to roll an outro. We're going to go give Malky a raid. I think he's playing KSP 2. I really hope you will stick around for that. Nothing new or interesting coming up on the horizon, so no news is good news, and I will see you all next week. So thank you so much for hanging out. I really, really appreciate it, and I will see all of you in the next one. So until then, see you later.